NELO Life has been identified as a high-risk opportunity with numerous complaints and allegations suggesting it operates as a pyramid scheme. This multi-level marketing company has faced criticism for a lack of transparency in ownership and administration, raising questions about its legitimacy and ethical practices. Investigations have revealed that the company's revenue primarily comes from recruiting new members rather than selling products or services, which is a characteristic often associated with illegal pyramid schemes. Furthermore, the absence of a regulatory license means that NELO Life is not accountable to any financial authority, which poses a significant risk to consumers. The company's founders, who have been associated with other controversial schemes, have not provided clear information about their operations, leading to widespread scrutiny and skepticism. Many have reported that it reminds them of the on-passive pyramid scheme I often cover here on my channel. Most recently, Ken Russo, a well-known on-passive O founder, has been promoting NELO Life to other victims of the on-passive pyramid scheme. As someone who covers the on-passive scam, I feel the need to look into NELO Life and do a live deep dive with all of you so we can learn about this new pyramid scheme together. Today, we are going to be taking a look at their website. We are going to be watching a couple shorter videos, and we are going to be looking at the Behind MLM articles discussing NELO Life to get a better understanding of this alleged scam. My name is Queen of Karma. If you're new here, I cover scams and cults, more specifically multi-level marketing or MLM companies, which are commercial cults. I discuss their harmful business practices as well as deep dive the manipulation tactics they use and discuss what makes them a cult and not just a business opportunity your crazy Aunt Karen keeps writing you hey hun messages about. I'm hoping that today we do not find much cult-like behavior in NELO Life, but chances are, if a scam makes it on my docket, it is culty. So I'm going to take a moment to say hello to all of my fabulous, beautiful people, and then we're going to get right into it. Who do we have with us here today? We have Wes. Good to see you, Wes. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. Jelly Snack is here. Everyone give Jelly Snack a lot of love. She really did help me with today's presentation. So make sure that you send her a lot of love in the chat today. Joe is here. He says that he's at work so he can listen. He can't chat very much. That's all right, Joe. We got Jelly Snack and Albs here so they can mod. Because Albs is here. And he says, maybe these NELO Life guys have some extra cards around that on passive can have to get their card business off the ground. It'd be funny if that was one of the reasons why Ken Russo was there, I have to say. Peaceful is here. Good to see you. I hope you're also having a wonderful day. We have Hershey Boy here. Sherry is here. It still sounds weird calling you that. I'm so sorry. Insolent Violet is here. Haters of the world unite. Are we haters of the world? I like it. I think we'll keep it. We'll be haters of the world. AI and an ecosystem. Where have we heard that before? Yes, there are a lot of things about this NELO Life that has been reminding people of on passive anyway. So it isn't that bizarre then, right, that somebody in on passive would end up in it and promoting it. It's fair to say if you are going to fall for Ash Mufara and on passive, you would probably fall for Eric and NELO Life. You know, it makes some sense. So let's just get right into it. NELO Life, the scam. Now, they do have an official Twitter, and you see what one of the reasons why I am covering them today is because I had shared one of their posts on Twitter that sounded very, very scammy. And because of that, they blocked me. One post I shared, and they blocked me. And I said, oh, they have no backbone. This should be fun. So NELO is actually made up of these guys' names. When I first saw this on the website, I thought, oh, well, Orcan, there must be the O. And that's kind of still up in the air. Some sources state he is, as you're going to see. But then NELO Life gives us an entire explanation for what the N, E, L, and O stand for in a short video we're going to watch of theirs very soon. So it's a little bit confusing, but a lot of people do believe that NELO stands for Nick Sorensen, which, if you guys have been into me covering a lot of the alpha male stuff, you might have remembered me mentioning masterminds as being one of these MLMs to coach people, and it was very much preying on young men. Nick here is actually kind of involved with them. And when I saw his name, I was like, why is this guy so familiar? And it turns out that, yes, he has been a part of MLMs for ages. So I've probably seen his name several times over the last 5 years I've been doing this. It's also made up with Larry Lane, Eric Allen, and Eric Allen seems to be kind of the main driving force of this thing. And as I stated, Orcan here, he's not really their co-founder, but he's the VP of technology. Allegedly, the O came from him. Larry Lane is a new face to me, but it appears that he also has a very large background in scamming. Hello, Takara. Good to see you. Good to see you. So these guys are known from doing a scam called Transact Card. Most specifically, Nick and good old Eric here are very well known for doing Transact Card. And we're going to get into what that is a little bit further down the road when we go through some of the Behind MLM articles. And what happened is Transact Card ended up being a scam, of course. And so they moved it over to another company called Finmore. Finmore was hardly around. And then all of a sudden, NELO Life kind of showed up. And that's kind of how NELO Life formed as a scam. It's basically like two failed scams brought these people together, so then they decided to start their own scam. That's what we're basically talking about here today, Larry Newface because he's had a shitload of bad plastic surgery. I mean, maybe it's so funny because none of them look like their pictures. Like, not even Eric here looks like the picture, Now, I was watching a presentation, however, with Jelly Stack the other day, and I couldn't help but laugh because they claim that they're going to be the first company that's doing what they call the first real global 2x16 unified community build, right? And as you can see, it's the shape of this diagram. I can't quite put my finger on it, but it's extremely familiar. And the guy that's putting it on is a guy that's going by Scotty B Greatness. And I was like, something about that also rings a bell to me. And this guy has to also have a background because you do not call yourself Scotty B Greatness unless you have a background in entrepreneurship and MLMs. They're failing upward. So I decided to look up Scotty B. And at first I thought he was Scott Cuffis, who is involved in this as well, and who is a part of Transact Card. You're going to hear about him later on. But I was like, no, it doesn't look like him. So I asked Jelly to make sure for me. So she sent me this, which is Eric H. Allen, Eric here, basically promoting his stream that he did. And it says, dance floor is open with some Tina Turner for Scotty B. Merker's VIP overview. Bring your best candidates, NELOlife.tv, which is the website where you can go and watch all of this hilarity if you so choose. So I was like, all right, Scotty B. Merker, Scotty B. Greatness, I'm going to find you. We're going to look you up. So I found him. And Scotty B here has been doing scams for over 15 years. He has about 15 years worth of scams under his belt. This one here is from 2012, in which he did a Facebook Live called Top 1% Secret, which I appreciate him admitting that you have to be in the top 1%. Your life is your business, and your business is your life. YOLO. Remember when YOLO was a thing and everyone said it? You only live once, you know? It was a big thing several years ago. How many angles could you draw around that diagram, right? 2 by 16, that's 32. That's 2 more than a 3 by 10. Right? Right? He's but a child compared to Marty. Yeah, no, Marty's still got several on him. But he's been trying to have a go at MLMs for a very, very long time, and he appears to be one of the faces of this thing. So I continued to look, and I found his Facebook, and that's when I found Prime My Body. I know. The name, cringe. Yes, gross. Yes, it's an MLM out of Mexico, and it's basically a CBD health and wellness MLM. But then I had to keep digging. So I was checking out his Facebook. I expected him to have a lot of followers because he considers himself to be a public figure. And he talks as if he's somebody kind of very influential on the internet, but it appears that he only has 1.8 thousand followers here. And then if we look at his Creating Greatness YouTube, he has 71 subscribers. And as you can see, he's posted videos 11 years ago here. Then he also has his Scotty B. Merker, and I guess he's doing a little bit better there because he has 118 subscribers. So I guess maybe he's a public figure. Over on his Zitter, his X, his Twitter, whatever you'd like to call it, he has 246 followers. And he does a lot of sharing political stuff. Don't see much about NELO life. But I don't know if that's considered a public figure. But you know, maybe it is. Maybe I'm just wrong, you know? Maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe it's totally considered a public figure. But this is the Prime My Body, because I have to explain to you like what this is. It says, who we are as a company is defined by what our hemp-based wellness products and business opportunities can help you become. You know, it has 20K followers. It's more of a public figure than he is, but don't tell him that. And basically, it's a lot of Delta 8 products that you can get in order to help with sleep. It does look like something that probably has a lot of illegal medical claims attached to it. So let me know if in future you want to come on me for that ride, and we can check out Scotty B. Greatness in more detail and the Prime My Body. So basically, the reason why I went digging into this is it appears that everyone that's attached to NELO Life, not just the founders, but even some of the main people that have signed up for it, are all people with very long, extensive histories of failure in MLMs or other online business endeavors. And so, that just, you might want to know that information. So to kick this off, I thought it would be fun, if again brought to us by Jelly Snack, if we went through sort of some of the posts. I do want to say that the other night, the Recovering Hunbot did a fabulous stream in which she showcased the video that Ken Russo from On Passive had sent to everyone on his team about NELO Life. So if you haven't seen it yet, after this, go and check that out, and then you'll have a good picture of the whole thing and what kind of brought she and I to this one, But they have quite the Facebook group. Now, the one thing that maybe you got it from the intro, but maybe you missed it, so I'm just going to remind you. The one thing you need to know about NELO Life, and is probably the top thing that reminds people of On Passive with it, is that NELO Life is in a pre-launch. That's right. They have not launched yet. They are allegedly not officially launched, so we are waiting for them to launch. Something we're very, very familiar with doing over here. Right? Alb says, okay, but is there anyone involved with MLM these days that doesn't have a long history of failure in MLM? I would hope not. I would hope not, because that means that they're getting new people. They're preying on brand new people that could have just not been involved in MLMs their whole life. But sometimes, yes, sometimes you will come across an MLM that seems to have brand new faces that you've never heard of before. So when you come across one and it has a bunch of names and you're like, these names sound so familiar, it's just a sign. It's a sign. Just stay away from that one specifically, So Jelly Snack did us a favor and went and grabbed us a bunch of Facebook posts from their Facebook group that kind of showcase what they're doing. Because, that's going to always be the biggest question here, right? Is what are they doing in this MLM with their time daily, right? As we know, when a company is in pre-launch, there isn't much to do. If you're a signed up distributor in that thing, you can promote it and whatnot, but you would think people wouldn't really be able to sign up for it yet. This one works a little bit different. It does remind people of On Passive. So they have a Facebook group that is called the NELO Life Community, and that seems to be where all of their MLM stuff is happening. Yes, college kids are often preyed on. And oftentimes, a lot of the people that are elderly that end up in MLMs too, like not the Martys and the Chris's, but like the Pat Parrots, often. You'll find out that maybe they bought some Avon in their life in the past, but they won't have like 20 years of MLM history, If somebody has that much MLM history, it tells me that they know exactly what they're doing and that they have to be in the top 1%. We know Scotty B. Greatness knows he does. So there's this trading recording. Money bag, money bag, money bag at everyone. Why spillover can hurt you in many ways. Oh no, don't tell On Passive. Spillover's bad, I guess. Learn the true power of this compensation plan and getting #unified. I couldn't help but laugh the entire time that the Recovering Hunbot was streaming about this the other day. So they keep using unified community, a community unified. It doesn't sound like something I want to get involved in. Do you want to be unified? 14 minutes. Understand the true power of this matrix equals money bags, money bags. You must enter the password. And you would think that they would keep that secret, but no, they post the link for the Vimeo, and then they post that the password is NELO 2024. So now anyone can get into it, you know? This is a game-changing recording. Watch it, study it, share it. Let's go NELO! And then they show us this screenshot where basically they say that you can get a unified bonus. The one thing you're going to notice about this company is that they are all about recruiting more so than products. So if you're Bob and you sign up John and John gets a little team going, right, then you'll get $25. Now, if you sign up another person and they get their teens to where John's is, then you get $75. It's very similar to all the other MLMs, but it's called the Unified Bonus, and basically you get all of this if you do this within 30 days. Then there's ranking up, which I'm sure you're wondering how that's possible. So this person says, I am so excited and blessed to be building this together with some of my favorite people. Let's go, NELO. Also, I want to thank my customers who are eagerly waiting to sign up. God is in this story. So we already have faith manipulation. That's wonderful. Gotta love that. And what was posted is a bunch of people that had been turned into NELO Life affiliates. So although this hasn't launched yet, people are somehow, and we're going to get into how, but somehow showing up and then able to build a team right away. Seems a little bit sus, right? Now we have this admin, which is just, this one's, I find this cringe. Maybe you guys will find this funny. But this is from the admin, who is actually Orkin, the O of the NELO. Allegedly, they think. Sometimes, depending on what you read. Again, we'll get into it. And it says, Dear NELO Life family, after a brief intermission in our services during the launch enrollment, which... Can we just take a minute to talk about how annoying that would fucking be? You're enrolling everyone for this launch and then your services got interrupted? I'm sure people were real happy about that, you know? But it says, we're thrilled to announce we're back in full swing. And you'll never guess the culprit behind our downtime. Eric Allen's legendary smoothie experiments. That's what they said. In an ambitious attempt to create the ultimate vegan wellness smoothie, Eric's blender went into overdrive, creating a vortex strong enough to temporarily disrupt our server's ability to balance demand. Yes, it seems our digital infrastructure was no match for Eric's culinary ambitions. Worry not. We've since resolved the issue and upgraded our systems to be smoothie-proof, providing Larry Lane doesn't decide to join the smoothie-making frenzy. And I'm like, that sounds like a smoothie MLM. Like that body one that Scotty B. Greatness was in, okay? You got some Delta 8 in those smoothies? You think you did too many of them, Orcon. Then they said, we're eager to see our enhanced setup in action as we reopen enrollment. Truly, the only way to test our new resilience is to open the doors and dive back in. Here's to a relaunch as smooth as one of Eric's infamous smoothies. Your humble servants, the NELO Life Tech team. And I was like, okay, I get that you're trying to be funny, but I read this and I think I almost threw my shoulders out because I was like tensing up the whole time with cringe. I'm just saying. The blender did it right, apparently. Brief intermission. Yeah, they must be using the on-passive data centers in order for that to happen. Okay? This dude needs to be reported to the FBI as if he's creating homemade electromagnetic pulses. Good point. Good point. We got more than just smoothies happening in here, is what you're saying, right? Hello, the Dude Brothers. So yeah, I get how he was trying to be funny with it, but it was just, I don't know, it came off as weird. A weird excuse for why there was a problem with the launch enrollment. You know what I mean? Like, tell us the real reason why there was a problem. Don't make up some story about smoothies. It also reads as like almost an ad for these smoothies. Like they want people underneath this post, instead of them asking about the service interruption, right? They want them to ask about the smoothies. So the whole thing is just ick. It gave me the ick. Then there's this one that says, Team Matrix Masters Alert. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, how can they have Team Matrix Masters? Like, what are we doing here? We're in pre-launch. But he says, I want to give a huge shout out to my team and for them putting in the effort to achieve greatness. In less than 48 hours, we've grown to 202 affiliates with team members in the USA, Canada, UK, Malta, Australia, Cyprus, and Norway. Below are special recognitions for team members moving up the affiliate ranks. Way to go, team! We've only just begun. World, world, world! And we have 2-star affiliates, and there's a list of names. And then we even have 1-star affiliates with a list of names. Now, to people that don't know what's going on here or how this company began, they're thinking, oh my God, you've already signed up 202 people underneath you? That many people are excited for NELO Life? But when we get into this more, you're going to understand why that's happening oh so quickly. And that's why it was kind of important for me to let you know most of these people come from other things. Then there's this one. Wow! I am absolutely blown away at what you have all created in such a short time. More importantly, I'm really inspired by the heart, passion, determination, dedication, transparency, and ultimately real servant leadership that is coming straight from the top and will trickle down into this entire community. Prayer hands, I feel so aligned with this mission and vision. Does anyone else feel it in their cells that we are about to do something big? Let's do this! Heart. And I don't know if I should be more upset at this person's enthusiasm to be a part of a scam, or if I should be more upset that there are somehow 74 likes and hearts and 20 comments on this. But, yeah, the Huns be hunning. They be hunting in here. I'm using my tiny deer. Straight from the top is the unpassive slogan. Don't steal from them. But it doesn't say anything about ears popping. It should. It should. So here's one from Eric, our lovely Eric Allen. He's feeling pumped. And he says, going to be an epic week, fam. Spaceship, spaceship, spaceship. Yeah, they're going to space, you would think. See you all in 14 hours. Prairie Ants, Heart, Fire, Fire, Fire. All events at NELOlive.tv. And they have an entire list. An entire list. Here we thought that it was only on Passive that does 5 million webinars in pre-launch, but no. Let's get a closer look at some of these, shall we? You have a corporate co-creation call, Monday Mastermind, VIP overview presentation, Spanish VIP overview presentation. Look, Ash, they're already translating. We have special life trade introductions. And you're going to notice there tends to be one in the morning and one in the afternoon on every single day. So they're also going to webinars for several hours in a day. For example, on the 17th, they got to be at one at 11 a.m. And then they got to be at one at 3 p.m. Then on the 18th, they got to be at one at 12 p.m. Oh, there's another one on the 17th for 9 p.m. So yeah, they're going to 2 to 3 of these a day over at NELOlife.tv. And they haven't launched yet. Then we have another one from good old Eric. And it says, hey team, a few helpful hints. Number 1, if you are enrolling new members using different affiliate links on the same computer, I don't know why you would do that, that's weird. Please use incognito mode or be sure to clear your cookies/cache to ensure new enrollees are signed up under the correct person, which is asked twice before submission. Okay. Number 2, please check your spam junk promotions folder to see missing emails from corporate and be sure to add to safe sender list. Were they ending up in the spam? Sounds like it. Maybe there's a good reason for that. Just say. Number 3, if someone does inadvertently enroll on the wrong link, the best course of action for now is to have them re-enroll and request a refund on the first account. With things moving so quickly, the matrix fills where it fills. So this will ensure they get placed correctly and their refunded position will compress out in payment structure. Appreciate you all. So it sounds like some of these guys might also be doing several different affiliate accounts, to be working several different affiliate links. I don't know why you would be doing that. Do you know what I mean? So that one caught my attention. Because I'm like, is Eric running this thing with his buddies like Ash was running on Passive? Is that why it's reminding you all? So, here they were talking about a live good effect on their MLM, which is why Albs came in here and said that he thought it was about live good. I think that's why. And this is kind of what they're calling this. The membership is the main product. Okay, and I know they're using the Live Good logo, but they're saying that they're doing this Live Good effect. I don't know if they know about the Live Good MLM. Maybe that's where the smoothies are coming from. I don't know. But this is allegedly what the main product is the membership. We're going to get into the membership because it ends up being $79 to join this thing. So they say, even like NELO Life admits, the membership is the main product. There's a very low cost, super high quality, open globally day one, over 1 million paid members in the first year, current run rate, blah, 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 blah. And it goes on and on and on. And what this membership is it's quite interesting, because what you get with this membership is access to travel. And you are paying monthly for access to travel. And I personally don't understand why you would want to do that. I personally have never understood any of the MLM travels, because you're paying monthly for memberships for these things. They usually have an auto ship of something that you have to buy every month, or something you have to do. All right, like recruit a certain amount of people in order to be active and blah, blah, blah. So you're doing this every month. But I want to ask all of you out there, how many of you guys travel every single month to go on a vacation? I'm not talking traveling with work, because if you're traveling with work, most of the times your work will be paying for that travel. And if they aren't, it like before you go kind of deal where it's already like paid, then usually they reimburse you. How many of you travel every single month? That's what I want you to kind of ask yourself as we go through this. Would this be worth you buying into? Maybe twice a year. I honestly feel like most people travel once or twice a year. Like on average, I travel every day over to Tim Hortons for my coffee. Same. I don't know if they have a travel plan for that though. Every month I cruise. Do you in your yacht? Yeah. I'm coming with you next time. Come pick me up, Violet. Come pick me up. Once I'm a NELO Life member, I will. See, here's the thing that you have to ask yourself, right? Is that their selling point? Are they hoping that if you get a membership with this, you will travel more? And I think so. So let's take a little moment and look at what you actually get allegedly with them and check out their website. So this is their website here. As you can see, it's been going on for a little while now. They're telling you to explore the globe. They are going to tell you their core values over and over again. You will get sick of hearing about them in this stream probably. So let's just take a little look. They say NELO Life. Why NELO? Like, why would you choose them? They claim they're going to tell you right here. 97% of people want to save money. 82% of people want to travel more. I'm 97% though, so there's like 3% of people out here that are like, I want to spend more than I have to. Okay. 75% of all families take 2 vacations per year. And I'm like, yeah, that might be right. I feel like it's a little high at 75%, but yeah, okay. 36 million people will take a cruise in 2024. I would like to know where they got their stats from, because they seem made up. They seem made up. Like, what is the source for this? They have templates in the back office to put your vacay pics in so you can give NELO Life credit for any trips you have gone on. Oh, Lord. Ew. Will they assign me a roommate of the opposite sex? Are they a matchmaking company? Can we get them to matchmake? So I feel like in doing this, though, okay, they're doing similar to, again, what we've seen with Odd Passive. They're looking at the travel agency. It may be true that 36 million people will take a cruise in 2024, but that does not equate to 36 million people are going to then join NELO Life in 2024, right? And I feel like they're doing a little bit of that with this here. Join now. Teach, travel, transform. NELO Life provides an exclusive lifestyle membership that compounds positive, high peak experiences by unifying communities and transforming lives one at a time. Learn, explore the world, create memories, save together. Vacation like a VIP with NELO Life Trips. VIP treatment that will change the way you experience vacations. Private host, airport transfers, excursion, welcome reception, plus more fun surprises. And I watched a presentation in which it was the one that the Recovering Hunbot was covering, actually. And they were talking about the Riviera Maya resort in Cancun, Mexico. One thing that you should know is that in 2013, my husband and I went there for our honeymoon. And so that's the resort we went to on our honeymoon. It is extremely cheap already. And the prices of it are already like the lowest that you can get for a travel package. And I felt like they were claiming that they were the ones that had gotten this low price, but we went there for cheaper than what they claimed they would offer. So already I had a red flag going, I think they're getting the exact same deals as most places would be able to offer you. Usually you will hire a travel agent for a trip and then only pay them for that trip. Sometimes people that travel often get maybe a membership, but it's not as common as one might think. They'll assign me to Chris's RV and he'll be stuck there. What demographic is NELO supposed to be targeting? Just like how OnPassive targets elderly and people in poor countries. It appears that that's what they're doing as well. Mainly elderly people and everyone in every country except they don't seem to want to be in the US of A. They seem to think that the US of A is the only place that will regulate them. So they just don't want to be in there. See, it's one of their travel destinations because if you're in NELO Life or want a package with NELO Life, chances are you aren't in the US of A. I want to go on a cruise and mainly lay down most of the time. I don't get to do that much. You know what? You do that. Just don't do it through NELO Life. There are tons of cruises that you could go on. Don't go on the around the world cruise either. I hear that's been a disaster. But there are a lot of like really nice cruises. There's a lot of vacation packages that you can get through all kinds of agencies. They claim that they're going to do hotels where they're going to give you best prices on budget-friendly to top-rated luxury hotels. They say they're going to do car rentals. So they'll get you great deals on car rentals across the globe. They'll do vacation rentals, value-packed weekly vacation rentals at your favorite places. And see, they do cruises, thousands of cruise packages for every desire, resorts, all-inclusive tropical resort experiences, which oftentimes already have a for sale package that you can get them for. And then they claim that they also are going to be able to like book activities for you while you are on your trip, something that you would usually maybe hire the hotel concierge to help you with. But they're saying they'll do that for you. And here it is, the Riviera Maya. That is their first NELO life trip that's coming up. Beautiful place, great place to go. Wouldn't go there with NELO though. NELO Life Shop is another thing that they're claiming they're going to have, where they say premium quality meets unbeatable value. Explore our curated collection of exceptional products designed to elevate your lifestyle without compromising excellence. Yeah, remember those smoothies? Yeah, keep that in mind. Then, of course, they say hear from our founders. And they have a little blurb from Eric Allen, Larry Lane, and Nick Sorensen. When this website first launched, it was just a page that had a countdown ticker, and you couldn't find any information about it. I'll show you that after our commercial break when we go through the Behind MLM stuff. That's a little ways away, don't worry. That's not coming right this moment. But basically, it's very hard to read through this. Basically, they were trying to keep it out of the public eye who the founders of this were. And so you couldn't find out who was running the company or anything. So we have Eric Allen here that says, an opportunity to unify and transform humanity through the power of our community. Let's co-create an epic movement together that leaves our own positive dent in the universe. And then Larry Lane says, helping others has been a passion of mine for the last 30 years, and I want the entire world to benefit from this amazing opportunity. Then we have Nick Sorensen, who's been in several MLMs over the years, saying, with the latest resources and technologies available, we have been able to create a state-of-the-art platform for our community members. Doesn't that make you want to join? So then you could sign up to keep informed with an email. And they have a whole bunch of stock images showing that people are allegedly on vacation. When you go to the About Us section, it says, empowering journeys, transforming lives. Who we are. At NELO Life, we are committed to nurturing excellence and enabling our clients to live their lives to the fullest. Our core philosophy, listen to this, nurturing excellence, living optimally. What does that spell? Nurturing excellence, living optimally is now what they are claiming NELO stands for. Okay, so it's their core philosophy now, nurturing excellence, living optimally. It's more than just a slogan. It's the ethos that guides everything we do. We believe that achieving excellence shouldn't be limited to just one aspect of life, which is why we offer a comprehensive suite of services designed to enhance your lifestyle, travel experiences, and financial well-being. Think if on passive, instead of being about technology, if it was just about lifestyle. And that's basically what they're doing here. You know, if they shuffled NELO, they would get Elon. That would have been a better name, honestly. Ever been on vacation and spent the first week back home recovering? I've had a few of those. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And my mom got sick when she went to Mexico because she drank the water there. Don't do that. It says unparalleled lifestyle experiences. We understand that living optimally means having access to experiences that enrich your life and broaden your horizons. That's why we curate fabulous lifestyle experiences that cater to the unique preferences and desires of our members. From exclusive events to each personalized detail, we ensure that every aspect is taken care of, allowing you to live a life that's not just productive, but also very fulfilling. Immersive travel adventures. Travel is more than just visiting new places. It's about experiencing the world in ways that are meaningful and transformative. Our immersive travel adventures, are designed to do just that. Whether it's exploring remote corners of the globe, oh for fuck's sakes, at least they said globe, or discovering hidden gems in well-known destinations, our travel experiences are carefully crafted to provide you with unforgettable memories and insights into different cultures and ways of life. And then just show someone on a hammock. I learned how to sleep on vacation, you know? Then they have this co-creation agreement, which I'm like, that's weird, you know? Maybe you can vacation with Marty if he has another chair. Maybe. Immersive always reminds me of Fire Festival. Yeah? I just found it very weird. I was like, why is there a co-creation agreement? Like, okay. So, co-creation agreement. Number 1, to be our top priority through authentic transparency. Number 2, to share in the revenue and be paid on time every time. So they're already ahead of On Passive, I guess, because On Passive doesn't care about that. Number 3, to participate in fun incentive trips and promotions. Number 4, to work with you to uplift your local communities. Number 5, to real peace of mind as a partner with the corporate team. I don't know what that means. To real peace of mind. I don't know what that means. I hope it's good though. Number 6, to be our voice, eyes, and ears in the field. Number 7, to reasonable notice of any major decisions. Like, okay. Number 8, to lifelong adherence to our core values of trust, transparency, and transformation. So yeah, allegedly you're agreeing to do this lifelong. Just know that, you know, they just kind of throw it in at the end. Then it says, join us. It wouldn't be an MLM site without the join us today, right? Maybe it is a beach chair jelly. You know, maybe he takes it on cruises too. Who knows? They say, join us. At NELO Life, we are dedicated to helping you live a life that's not just about business success, but also rich in experiences and memorable moments. Join us on this journey to excellence and discover what it means to truly live optimally. Ready to make waves? See what they did there? Join now! So there's that. You go to travel, and basically they just say that they're going to have a personal travel portal. So you'll be able to go in there, and allegedly they're going to have a bunch of affordable trips that you can take. And it sounds like they're even going to be doing like NELO group trips when they describe them. So it sounds like due to that, they would probably get a group package deal, and then they would just kind of charge like that. And then, like always, we have people that are like, oh my God, it's so amazing. Like Darren here says, I'll never vacation any other way again. And I'm like, Darren, they haven't even launched. You haven't even gone on a vacation with them. How can you say this already and give it 5 stars? And then this girl, Annie, says, thanks to NELO Life, I can afford to treat myself without the guilt. And I'm like, what are you talking about, Annie? It hasn't even launched yet. So they're doing that thing that On Passive did, where they're getting people to do fake 5-star reviews, right? Like Aaron W. says, booked a hotel last month online for a wedding coming up in May in Tennessee. The total for 2 rooms is $1,349. Checked the same hotel today on NELO Travel, and the total for the 2 rooms at the same hotel is $785.46. This one trip almost pays for my yearly membership. Let's go, NELO. And I'm like, what are you talking about? This never happened. This never happened, sir. Aaron, are you okay? Do you want me to call someone? Do you need some help? Because you couldn't have checked this on a travel area. I'm on the travel area right now. This is all it has on it. Okay, I don't know. What travel are you booking? Then they have their shop. Elevate your lifestyle, pay less. So they claim that they are going to be offering you premium nutrition products and expanding into many other product categories in the future. They say that their curated selection of products lets you enjoy the quality you deserve at prices you'll love. And it's exclusive members only pricing. So they're claiming that they have almost like a partnership with these brands, and where they're going to be able to give you an extra deal just for being a part of NELO Live. Remember, it isn't a thing. It hasn't launched yet. So are places going to trust them and partner with them right away, do you think? Think about that, you know? And then they tell you to join because it's the only way you'll be able to get this. They say, you decide what products and services come next. And then they point at us. And I don't like it. So if you go to NELO Gear, they already have merch up, which is very interesting to me. But yes, in their shop, they are selling these smoothies. So that post that we read on that Facebook was actually an ad for the smoothies. Okay, now this is all that their website really shows you. You can come down here and you can go to meet the team. And then they'll show you their little team here. It says, meet Team NELO, a collective vision, a shared commitment. Our diverse team brings together a wealth of experience, expertise, and passion. Together, we drive innovation, foster growth, and lead NELO Life towards new horizons. Get to know the faces behind our success. So, I mean, at least they have them listed on the website. That's more than I can say about On Passive, right? So, of course, it starts off with Eric Allen. And then it goes into Larry Lane, Nick Sorensen, Orkan Arat, who is allegedly also a co-founder now, they're saying. Natalie Sorensen, their VP of Creative Development, is Nick's wife. She is also the reason why he is in MLM companies. There's an interview I listened to of his from way back in about 2012 that he did with the mastermind, one of the mastermind dudes, where he says that Natalie actually is the one that loved an MLM product and wanted to join in the MLM, so he followed suit and joined on because she did. And here he is. Look at him go. Now he's the co-founder of one. Woohoo! Go Nick, you know? So a contract from Amy Carlson. That is what that reminds me of, yeah. I want to go on one of those Wall-E cruises in space. Even Marty could join on the large people floating chairs. There you go. The Meet the Team page is what Midjourney spits out if you say, draw 5 sociopaths, right? Here's the thing. In order to run an MLM business, you do have to be a little bit of a sociopath. They say that even if you want to run a legit Fortune 500 company, you would have to be a sociopath, okay? And that's a legit sort of company that actually pays their employees a wage they should, and probably has products that people actually want. Imagine being the CEO or founder or whatever of an MLM company. Nobody wants the products. It's all based on recruitment, and that you're basically running a scam. You'd have to be a sociopath to be like, yeah, this is a great idea. Let's do this. So when you come down here, you also have a VP of Travel and Culture. You have VP of Human Relations, VP of Digital, Director of Marketing. They have a Dr. Ethel James Kuiper, who's the Director of Stewardship, and also probably, helps legitimize this for them. Then we have Director of Marketing Technology, Director of IT Architecture, of Social Media Manager. So Janice, it was you that blocked me on Twitter, was it? And then we have a Managing Director of the Life Shop and a Compliance Officer. Now, I know what you're thinking. Compliance Officer, what does that mean? That means that there are rules when you join this that you must then follow. It also means that you could join this as an affiliate, build your business up, and then they could find one little thing that you posted that they don't like, and they will take your business away from you for breaking compliance. Usually they are there in order to ensure that people are following regulatory agencies and laws. Remember, at the beginning of this, I stated that they're not registered. They have unregistered securities. They're claiming to not be in the USA, so the SEC isn't the one that would regulate them. And that's kind of a worry. So what would they need a compliance officer for? It is to keep the people in it in line. That is always a red flag to me. If I can tell that they don't really care about following the law and regulations, right? But then they still have a compliance officer. It tells me that they want it to keep the people in it in line. So just, keep that in mind if you're thinking of joining this thing, or if you have joined this thing. They do have a compliance team that will be on your ass. So I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well, how do we find out how much it costs? Well, they tell you, but you can't really find out on the website. You have to basically become somebody that's in this thing in order to do that, which I am not going to do. But it does cost $79 a month. And the problem is, whenever you go to their website, okay, it's hard to see that. It doesn't tell you that. It's not listed on here. So there's several things that I've talked about in terms of when I'm going to an MLM's website, what am I looking for in order to let me know that this is an MLM that probably has several red flags? The first thing I'm looking for is, do they put the price of joining on the website? Right? Can I easily locate it? And the answer for this one is no. Okay? And even in terms of meeting the team and knowing who runs it, it's not listed on the top part here or showing us in the about section like it should. Okay, I know that they have in the about section, they have these little blurbs that they said to us or whatever, right? That doesn't count. That doesn't give me a direct, this is who runs the company, You have to scroll all the way down and choose to go on Meet the Team. The only good news is they do have an address of an office, and they do at least have a support. So if you are having problems, unlike on Passive, you can write their support here at NELO Life and, let them know. hey, I'm having problems with the website and whatnot. But pretty much everything that we have just read through is the website. That's all the information that the website will give you. You have to go to their webinars. They claim they have a refund policy here. Okay. So let's just read through that right quick. It says, satisfaction guarantee. Subscriptions. You may cancel your subscription at any time without penalty by navigating to your profile settings and selecting the cancel subscription option. Access will continue until the end of the current billing cycle, monthly or yearly, based on your last payment. Products. The return policy for products is subject to our third-party vendor or distributor's terms. Typically, products can be returned within 30 days from the original purchase date for a refund of 90% of the purchase price, reflecting a 10% restocking fee. So do know that you only have 30 days to return and you get 90% back. They do charge you a restocking fee. And then they say, please note that shipping costs for returns are the responsibility of the customer or affiliate making the return. Additionally, any commissions or bonuses earned on returned products will be subtracted from the refund. That seems weird and unfair. Returns may also affect bonuses and commissions of the upline/sponsor, and affiliates must maintain good standing. So that's not good. They're not very open and honest about that. So basically, you're not even getting 90%. So you get 90% of the purchase price, and then if people made a commission off of it, that also comes out of that 90%. Oh, yeah. Return process. Number 1, request a return merchandise authorization, which is called an RMA, from NELO Life LLC support, the support email. Return the items to the address specified by NELO Life LLC customer service upon RMA issuance. And step 3 is include a copy of the invoice with the returned products, mentioning the RMA and the reason for the return. So you have to tell them the reason. If you don't do that, maybe they will not accept it. They say all returns must be sent to NELO Life LLC or to the associate vendor with shipping costs prepaid by the sender, as collect shipments are not accepted. We suggest using UPS or FedEx with tracking and insurance for your protection, as the risk of loss or damage in transit will be borne by the sender. NELO Life LLC does not receive the returned product. It is the sender's responsibility to track the shipment. No credit will be issued for items lost or damaged in transit. And then they say their cancellation policy says, you have the option to cancel your active subscription by navigating to your profile settings and selecting the cancel subscription option. If you need to cancel and physical order, unphysical orders, they don't like to edit on here either, please reach out to our customer support team at support@nelolife.com or utilize our online chat feature for assistance. And then it says in small print and italics, the site reserves the authority to modify those terms at its sole discretion. It is advisable to review these provisions periodically to ensure ongoing compliance with the current version. Because if you don't, maybe their compliance team will also come for you. Just saying. They don't talk about their refund policy much at all. So I just wanted to make it known. They also have this entire terms of use thing. terms of service. And I just want to say, if you are signing up for this, please do make sure you read this entire thing in entirety. We are not going to do it today, but they have a compliance team, because if you do not follow this exactly as it's written here, you can lose your business. Something else that they are not extremely open about that you do need to know. And in my opinion, that's just the start of these guys not being transparent. They are not transparent at all. And I don't think. Otherwise, they would be more open about these things, and they wouldn't have left who the owners were off of the website. Luckily for us, though, NELO Life just released a brand new video in which they're going to tell us what they're all about. So I thought that we should, of course, watch that video and see what they have to say. NELO Life! Woo woo!
Imagine if there was a company that offered a membership similar to a Costco or Sam's Club, but offered so much more.
You're comparing yourself to Costco and Sam's Club? They're like, we're like Costco, but with travel included.
And what if that membership helped you live your best life by offering a ton of value? Wholesale travel, unforgettable life experiences, member-only pricing on premium lifestyle products, access to world-class speakers and educators, and even tools and opportunities to grow your finance.
Costco has travel, do they? I don't know. I haven't gone to Costco in years, to be honest.
Financial success. Introducing NELO Life.
Woo!
NELO Life provides an exclusive lifestyle membership that compounds positive, high-peak experiences by unifying communities and transforming lives one person at a time.
So the one thing you'll notice is that they're all about these unifying communities. Okay, they love this term, unified communities. Communities unified. I feel like you don't have to say that you're unified and a community within the same sentence, but I don't know, maybe that's just me. And they go on and on and on about it. They are very much selling a community here. Just like on Passive, right? Joe says, I can smell the bullshit over my phone. That's right. It stinks, doesn't it?
Here are the three founders of NELO: Nick Sorensen, Eric Allen, and Larry Lane.
Now remember, I told you that apparently Orcon is being listed as a founder as well now. There was a time when they weren't even open that these three were the founders of NELO. So stay tuned. The next video that they release, they might include Orcon here. Just saying. So be prepared for that if it happens in future.
The combination of skills, knowledge, and experience with these three gentlemen, along with an exceptional corporate team, will be instrumental for our success here at NELO.
They're like, here are three people that have been failing at MLM marketing for at least 15 years each. Okay? Yep. No, each and every one of them. I promise you. I promise you. Look it up. We'll get into it as we keep going, but Jesus Christ. They are amazing. They are now running their very own scam, so you should come and trust them. Why wouldn't you trust them with 15 years of failed MLM experience under their belt? Obviously, they know about MLMs. They failed them for 15 years. Join NELO Life today.
Three important core values here are trust, which is very important to all of us, and we will continually gain that trust through transparency. And with that trust and transparency, we will be able to help transform people's lives all around the world.
So far, I do not trust them at all. I find them to not be very transparent whatsoever, and that's just based on what I know about how they announced this and how the website looks now and what it used to look like, and based on how they were trying to hide who runs this company. You know what I mean? Like, I don't find it very transparent at all. And their whole transformation thing, it's just like all the other health and wellness coaching MLMs that I have covered. There's not much difference between like It Works and their whole, we're going to transform you bullshit, and these guys and their, we're transforming your life bullshit. Right? It's all the same. We're going to make it so that you live successfully in every aspect of your life. You just have to pay us $59.
You're probably already asking yourself, what does NELO stand for? Nurturing excellence, living optimally.
And this is their mission statement.
NELO Life is dedicated to excellence in every aspect of life, offering unparalleled lifestyle experiences, immersive travel adventures, value-priced premium products, and expert financial trading solutions to help our members live optimally and achieve global success.
There's a lot of buzzwords in here. Okay? You can't make these claims right now. If I feel like you're making claims that you've been doing this, but you're in pre-launch. You know what I mean? Like, how do I know that you have immersive travel adventures when you've only offered one trip so far, and it just happens to be somewhere I've already gone? Okay? Which, granted, I had great adventures there. I got to go see Mayan ruins and all kinds of great stuff, but I did that without them. So why would I need them to go to the Riviera Maya Resort when I've already gone there in 2013? And it wasn't through them. And I went for cheap. It was like $1,500 for a week, including all food and all drinks, your hotel, everything. So are you going to give it to me for cheaper than that? Because I don't think you can, like, at all. But they're talking like they're already giving this thing to people, you know? We offer this. Well, not yet. Could you at least wait until you do it and then claim it?
So with you at the center, through advanced
On my endorsement, they were like, where did she go for her honeymoon? It was a plan. It was a plan.
advanced AI technology, we put you at the forefront of our global ecosystem. So what exactly is our NELO Lifestyle membership? Well, we have live travel, live trips, and live shop only in the USA currently. Also, we have live streaming. And for our international contacts, we have live trade.
Yes. So they want you to pay a membership so that you have access to possible cheaper travel and trips, so that you have access to them giving you life advice, where I'm like, no offense, I really don't want Nick Sorensen to be giving me life advice. I'm good, you know? Then they have this life shop, again, which is allegedly only in the US. And that's where they're selling the smoothie stuff, okay? Then they have life trade, where they claim that they're going to be doing like the stock market and stuff like that in future. So again, that's how they help you with your finances, as well as making you join this MLM. It's a mixture of things that you get in this membership. And it's like they're just trying to do whatever they can to get as many people to join it as possible. You know, they're like, are you into finance? Do you like to shop? Do you like life advice? You want to travel? Don't worry, we got you. Join today, you know? I feel like it would have been a lot better for them if they had just chosen one of these things to kind of hone in on, at least until after they launched. You know, in my experience, it's not good to add a bunch of things before you launch.
When asked what people would do with their lives if there were no limits, overwhelmingly, the answer is travel.
And there's going to be no limits, because you're going to join NELO Life and they're going to help you with your finances and everything. So you'll be able to travel more. And then you'll be able to travel more with NELO Life.
Travel how it should be: accessible, affordable, and fun. So you get your own personal travel portal with access to hotels, car rentals.
How many of you feel like you really, really need that? Just wondering.
Vacations, cruises, activities, The difference is you have access to the most competitive rates in the entire industry, bar none.
I don't have proof of that. You're just telling me that, and you're showing me one screenshot where you claim that you are going to get this hotel for cheaper than Expedia. I'm not even sure if it's the same fucking hotel. It looks like it's called the same thing, but I'm not even 100% certain. Okay? I'm going to need to see that.
Now, when's the last time you took a vacation with your family? Here you'll have exclusive access to vacation rentals for 40 to 75% less than public prices. Or how
See, they're saying that you can spend 7 nights at the Grand Villa Resort in Orlando, Florida, and they're going to charge you $289. They're saying the public price is $721. And I look at this and I say, there is no way that you're going to be able to be in that resort for that price unless you're doing a group trip. And what that is that's when they get 10 different families to agree to go on this trip. Then they book a group, right? So they call up the resort and they say, can you give me a deal if we're getting like 10 people over there? And then that means that you're always going to be going on trips with other people that are in NELO life. So I don't know if this is going to ever be private vacations that you can go on with your family, because the second you leave your hotel room, your next door neighbor is your upline all of a sudden. So now these trips are even about MLMing. And I'm sure that when that starts happening, and they do talk about how they're going to all go on NELO life trips together, by the way, it's going to become, all of the travel becomes about like doing NELO life things instead of just normal traveling with your family, you know? And you got to be careful with places that claim that they can get you almost like a cheap price by buying in bulk, even when it comes to these vacations. My experience is that they almost always end up being a scam, where no matter what, they're still charging you more than what they pay. But then it sounds like NELO Life is going to claim that they don't do that.
How about vacationing like a VIP, where you can get a host, airport transfers, excursions, private receptions, pillow gifts, and much, much more? Or how about a life trip?
See, this is what I mean, though. Like, I don't see hotels just giving that to you. It takes a while for these companies, even like Expedia, to kind of like gain the trust of places. Like, I don't know if you could just come into this travel industry and be like, all right, we're giving you free stuff and cheap shit. Let's go. All these places trust me.
For everyone. Maybe you're the adventure type. You can go on an adventure trip or a family trip, or maybe you're someone that wants to make a difference all around the world. We have make a difference trips, cruises, inspirational trips. Here you can check off.
And the thing is, you don't have any of that. You only have one trip to the Riviera Maya in Cancun, Mexico, which is a great trip and everything. But I hate how you're claiming that you have all of this stuff you don't yet have. Like, say you're hoping to get this in future. Say this is the idea that you have for in the future, but technically it's not like happening right now.
Off more of your bucket list destinations with NELO Life Trips. In addition to that, we have NELO live streaming, access to the world's top experts and thought leaders, where you get help with goal setting, money management, relationships, health and wellness, communication, leadership, teamwork, entrepreneurship, time management, emotional intelligence, and much, much more.
Again, it just sounds like all the other MLMs and what they claim to offer you. Travel is only in the US right now, but they are scamming globally. What are they offering? PNG, right? Probably a trip to fucking the US by the looks of it.
In addition to that, here in the USA, we have NELO Live Shop.
NELO Life Shop, where we have some vitamin D and vitamin C sprays And we have smoothies coming at
where you can improve your well-being without breaking the bank. And also we have NELO Life Trade for our international families, where they can build wealth with gradual and steady gains through compound interest.
How do you have compound interest? You haven't launched yet. Explain yourself.
So what's the cost of this NELO Life membership? Just $59 a month.
Wow, $59 a month and it does all that?
With no contracts and no commitments. And for our
That's a lie, because you have an entire compliance team. So there's contracts and commitments. There is. All right, you have terms of service. You got refund policies and stuff. What are you talking about?
customers, we have a referral program where if you refer 3 people, your monthly membership is completely free.
Oh, you mean like I sign up 3 people and then they sign up 3 people who sign up 3 people who sign up 3 people? And then we do a 3x16 level matrix. And at the 17th level, we sign up the whole world. Look at that.
And will stay free as long as you have 3 referrals that continue with their membership.
Oh, and in order to do that, they also have to get 3 referrals who get 3 referrals. Oh, yeah.
And it gets better. For those of you who want to make money, we have by far the most incredible affiliate program on planet Earth.
Not really. You're offering the same as all of the other MLMs offer, sir, but continue on.
Where you can earn commissions by enrolling NELO lifestyle memberships, exclusive training and development, professional website and tools to success, weekly and monthly commissions, promotions and incentives, and you can.
And it's $40 per year, but they're giving you a sale. Before they launch, they've already made it half off. Yeah, sounds like a promising business, doesn't it?
Capitalize on the largest industries in the world by putting you at the center. We have a unified global pay plan where you can earn 7 different ways.
Where you can earn 7 different ways. Let's take a look at them, shall we? Number 1, a starter bonus. Enroll new affiliate memberships paid weekly. You get $25 each. Unified bonus. Get personal affiliate unified, pay weekly, $75 each. Like I said, basically, you enroll an affiliate, you get $25. If they enroll some, you get $75. Unified build. It says unified community build bonus, which is paid monthly. Again, you get paid for recruiting here. Then they have a cab bonus. Customer acquisition, $25 for level 1, $9 level 2, $6 level 3, paid weekly. They have a customer loyalty program that they claim is going to be uni-level and paid weekly. Then they have check match, where they say there'll be check match bonuses on unified build. Unified build is their way of saying recruiting without telling you that they're paying you to recruit. Yeah, no, they think that they're smart like that. I don't know why they thought that they were going to trick all of us, but they were like, we'll call it unified build. And then no one can say that we're paying people for recruiting. Ha ha, got 'em. And we're all over here going, unified build. Oh, so recruiting. All right, got it. Know what you guys are up to. Number 7, global pools. No, you ain't going swimming. It's a global leadership pool, which is paid monthly. Yeah, sounds like fun, huh?
Ways you can earn, you can participate in the first real global 2x16 unified community build.
And again, what is that shape? It looks like a pyramid. Interesting.
In addition to that, we have a 5-level check match. So if you're someone that wants to
5 levels, but when Scotty B Greatness was experiencing it, he went all the way down to level 8. So much for their 5 levels.
Go co-create a global community and you want to become an affiliate here at NELO Life, It's just $20 the first year, plus your $59 monthly membership.
Yeah, just the first year. All right. First year. And then you also, okay, they're saying that they're giving you $20 off, but what they're not telling you is you also have to donate $20 to a place of your choice within 30 days of enrollment. So you're not paying them that amount, okay? But you are supposed to give it to somebody else. And that's their way of saying that they're doing something good here. You know, they're making you donate $20 to an agency or organization. So see, their launch is nice. It hasn't worked with any other build. 2x16 is a genius build. Nay, 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 nay. Watch me take, no, watch me nay, nay. So yeah, it still does cost you $20 more. But anyway, they say it's a deal. You have to ask yourself, though, if they were so confident that this was going to be such a hit, why would they give you 50% off right at the start? Kind of a red flag, isn't it?
Membership. So to get started today, it's only $79. That's our pre-launch enrollment offer. So if you want to go co-create a better world together,
So
and if you're
$99.
someone that wants to improve your lifestyle, make more memories with your family, improve your health and wellness, become more efficient in all areas of your life, and have more fun, then give back to the person that shared this video with you.
Yeah, get back to the person that shared the video with you. If you don't, then you're going to be sleeping with the fishes. Sorry. So yeah, that was their most recent promotional video. But like I said, it's actually $99 because although you're not paying them that $20, they do tell you to donate it, which is their way of virtue signaling to you that they're a great organization that wants you to give. It's also a way for them to kind of prey on people that are giving and that would see that as a positive. So we're going to take a short commercial break. And when we come back, I'm going to introduce you to good old Eric. We're going to hear him do a small little video where he kind of gives us his elevator pitch. And then we're going to read through basically the Behind MLM articles that have been released about NELO Life so far. And then we'll briefly just kind of discuss about why I think that NELO Life is going to turn into another cult of personality similar to On Passives. It should be great, great fun. So stick around. We'll be right back in 7 minutes. Today's video is brought to you by...
Do you have a berserker demon? You may think that's a strange question, but I've dealt with berserker demons. What's a berserker? The word describes ancient Nordic warriors who fought with uncontrollable rage. This is where we get the expression, he was so angry, he went berserk. In the days of Vikings, berserkers would enter a trance before battle to get supernatural strength. They fought with a frenzy. Sound like someone you know? As we say, they lose it. Explosive anger could come from frustration, feeling disrespected, trauma, mental and hormonal issues, and drugs, but uncontrollable rage can be demonic. As an exorcist, I've dealt with berserker demons. If you've got one, you'll need more than anger management therapy. You may need an exorcism of a berserker demon of anger. That's inhuman. I'm here to help at boblarson.org.
Whoa, looks like you got a bit of a tangle in your dangle. Did you know that more than 8 out of 10 hose owners die each year? Not anymore. Hey, turn me on and watch my hose get huge. My mom always told me I was a grower, not a shower, and boy was she right. And if you squeeze me in the right spot, all my raging fluids will come flying out of me, and instantly I'll retract to my small, natural, convenient size. Amazing! Oh, yep. Shout outs to all my flowers and growers out there. And just like a real snake, it can contract and expand like an accordion. You know, we really wanted to name it the Snake Hose, but that's the title of a gay porno. I mean, I've never seen it, but lizard's close enough. This is my next door neighbor, Sharon. She didn't know I was filming her. She also didn't know I had my hose in my hand, too. If your hose weighs more than 15 pounds, I feel sorry for you. You see, women prefer light, dainty, petite hoses. You don't want to be walking around with a big honking nanner. Oh, Sharon. Whoa, watch the whoa, don't get it caught on the thing. Whoa. Hey, buddy, watch where you're going. You don't want to end up like that guy, still using a standard hose, not going anywhere, and he's fucking bald. Fuck! Look at my hose, people. Oh, yeah, it's growing fast, and it's not kinking up anytime soon. Now, I don't know who lives here, but it's time to wake up. Behold, the full length and girth of my hose and its full potential. Hey, can't you see I'm filming a commercial here, you fucking asshole? Wah! Take that, fuckboy. No one fucks with my hose. The lizard hose is about $30. You get 25 feet. That's like, just a little bit more than $1 per foot. Now, fuck it, we'll give you 2. That's 50 feet. Get fucked. Come on, touch it.
Wait, do you have a condom? You don't have one somewhere? Yes. Oi, excuse me there, sir. Do you have these directions? Sure, you just go down that way and make a turn. Don't let her know that your dinger is almost a no-go. Get tiny dinger condoms to you discreetly. It's very important to choose the right size, so make sure that you get your tiny size. Don't be caught without a condom. No. Get tiny dinger condoms, a YouTube streamer's favorite brand. Located at your local CVS pharmacy, Rexall, Shopper Drug Smart, Walmart, and in your favorite streamer's nightstand. We get it. You're into feet, and not many girls are also into feet, but you finally found your dream woman. We got your souls covered now. Brought to you by the same people who brought to you Tiny Dinger Condoms, trademarked, a YouTube streamer's favorite brand, and the same people who brought to you Sexual Endorphin Spray, trademarked. We have now created the Foot Fetish Fantasia Spray. When you're rubbing on her toes, take a deep breath in and smell the sweet aromas of the toilet bowl, the tire shop, dead flowers, and your nana's perfume. After all, it will turn you on more than just her pinky toe will. This little piggy has been to the market and grabbed themselves a bottle of the Foot Fetish Fantasia Spray, trademarked. It made it so much easier to wake to my ex-girlfriend's feet after she posted up her beach trip vacay photos. Grab your bottle now and make that nasty foot fragrance vanish just like a ghost. Located at CVS Pharmacy, Shoppers Drug Mart, Rexall, Walmart, Kmart, Chaz R Us, and in your favorite foot fetishist nightstand. Are you getting upset with people's freedom of speech and consumer protection laws that allow the public to speak out about your scam? Are you giving YouTube creators false strikes in order to continue preying on vulnerable people? Is it getting hard to hold it in? Hold in all the bullshit? Well, introducing Tiny Digger Diapers, the adult diaper designed for the man baby deep down inside who's always on the way to the top where his ears will pop. With our FlexiFit technology, Tiny Digger Diapers moves with you whenever you sit on your chair, sit in your RV, sit on a boat, or sit in your home office paid for by the people you scam. The Secure Lock Core offers unmatched absorption for when you're full of shit, which is most likely all the time. These diapers keep you dry and comfortable so you can attend all 500 hours of webinars this week and not miss your chance to sign up a homeless man to your scam. Maybe he also needs the diapers, huh? Brought to you by the same people who brought to you Tiny Digger Condoms and Fantasia Foot Spray. Buy
Heidi Digger diapers today. Located at Shoppers Drug Mart, Rexall, Walmart, Target, your local CVS pharmacy, and in your favorite con artist nightstand. No matter where your day takes you from webinar to webinar, you will always be dry and you won't have to cry. Thank you for listening to a message from today's sponsor.
Yes, so I would like to introduce you all to our dear friend Eric, who is kind of like the main co-founder of this thing.
Been very generous with your time. Hopefully you got a sense of the heart and soul of us on the corporate side, and we know how much we love and admire so many of you who are catching the vision right now. So I'm just going to end with a few words here. Obviously you have tons of questions.
Now this was clipped and it was shared around by people to discuss how fabulous Eric Allen here really is.
Tons of gaps that need to get filled. Those are all going to come through the leadership, through the tools that Natalie and the team are putting out.
Yes, so don't question. Don't worry if you have questions or things don't sound quite right. You're wondering, is this a scam? Don't worry. It will all be answered soon. Is he Giga Chad? If you don't want to co-create a better world by handing over your money, then you're a negative, naysaying hater. That's right. Save the world. It takes preying on vulnerable people and taking all their cash.
But here's what I'm going to leave you with. What if that little voice in your head that's saying, man, maybe this is the one. Maybe if it really is. Maybe if everything in your life up to this point, the good, the bad, and the outright ugly have prepared you to seize the power of now. Because let me tell you who we're really looking for.
Okay.
We're looking for good human beings. Nobody that's perfect. People that just want to become better. People that think optimistically, that think positively.
Toxic positivity. All right, got it.
That care about helping other people. People that want to come in and leave a lasting legacy. People who want to come in and feel like their voice matters. People who really want to
Doesn't everyone's voice matter?
be a part of something bigger than they know they could ever do alone. And let me tell you who we're not looking for. Big egos.
Yeah, what if it's not the one? Now he says we're not looking for people with big egos. We're looking for people over 50 who don't know anything about technology or crypto and who want to travel all the time, right? If predation had a face, right? Right? Hello, Sandra. Good to see you. Human beings not like him. Oh my God, what a scammer, right? Right? Basically, he's like, I want to prey on all the good people in the world. That's who I want to prey on.
Entitlement. People that just want to sit on the sidelines and get spillover.
So then people like you?
We want spillover creators. People that always have something to say.
So wait, is spillover good or bad? I can't figure it out with this scam.
Sitting on the sidelines, but are never in the game. That's not who we're looking for right now. We're all God's children. But we know there's literally tens of millions of people out there who wake up every day praying, hoping for an opportunity that can radically change their lives and allow them to make a difference in the world. And you know what? Me, Larry, Nick, the team, we'll take the hate. Larry referenced that. You know what? Do I like when my kids go on the internet and say, Dad, somebody thinks you're a scammer? I don't say I like it. It doesn't bother me. They think it's funny. Do I like all the
That's weird. That's bizarre. That's a bizarre way to think about that.
false accusations, innuendo? Of course not. But I know that's the price to entry to live a significant life, because every level on this journey for you is going to bring a new devil. It will. You will
See, now we're bringing up the devil. We gotta do faith manipulation here too. But it's like, maybe if people are calling them a scammer, maybe there's a good reason for it, you know? Jesus, imagine your kids being like, hey, mom, dad, there's like 50,000 people on the internet saying that you scammed them. And you just being like, oh, well, I don't care. I don't care. He looks fake, doesn't he? He gives you terrifying vibes. When I first saw this, I was like, why? How come he doesn't look like a real person? Like, I don't know. It just bothers me.
Seek humility or will be delivered upon you. But I'm also going to share a story that Nick Sorensen brought to me yesterday. I was feeling pretty guilty the last 48 hours because I am spending a lot of time with my family on a vacation.
Satan is too busy talking to Ash Mufara, saying, hey, bro, it's me, God. Keep scamming them. Don't pay them their commissions again. Don't show up to the 360. Sleep in.
It's been planned for a year and a half. And it was Nick who kept me in check and said, Eric, you know what? We got this. This is supposed
we should be blaming Nick. Blame Nick for this.
to be a fun journey. Is it going to be stressful? Of course. Are there going to be times where you're going to question, is it really worth it? Probably.
Was that while you were in Transact Card, Finmore, or just with NELO Life? I'm just wondering. Because you already failed at a couple of them in a row. Maybe just give it up,
Everybody that tries hard at something has those emotions. But I promise you it's going to be worth it. And this should be the fun party.
I feel like there's a difference. As somebody that's tried hard to do something positive in my life, and like that is worth it, versus when I was in MLMs trying hard and I would get those feelings. It was two very different things, I have to say. Other times when I've been in my life struggling through, like college, for example, when I was getting my diploma in social work, there were times where, you're studying for a test and you're like, am I going to be able to remember this? Damn, I'm struggling. But through that struggle, you're like, well, I want to do this so that I have my education. And there's a positive outcome at the end. And so the struggle is part of it. I felt like when I was in MLMs and I was constantly struggling, I was struggling with more than just working hard. I was struggling with the ethics of what I was doing. I was struggling with the fact that if I posted a question publicly, in quotations, publicly, in my MLM's Facebook group, just asking about, they said I was going to be making a lot of money, but I'm doing everything they told me to do so hardcore, and I'm lucky if I make $100 or $200 in a month. What's going on? What am I doing wrong? And then they'd message me and be like, Beth, you can't put that in the group. That's not good, because then when we have a new person join the group to check us out, they're going to see that. And then they're going to know that you don't make money. So, if you have something like that, you got to come ask us privately. We can't be transparent about the fact we don't make money here. And so then I would struggle with, what the fuck is this thing then? It was a completely different struggle. And I oftentimes felt like it was more of an ethical struggle than just a struggle with working hard for something. So I feel like it's two completely different struggles. And you should know the difference when you're experiencing the struggle in an MLM versus when you're experiencing struggling through something hard in other areas of your life. And really do sit with yourself and ask yourself, why is it different? What's different about it? And I can guarantee you it's going to come down to the ethics and the questions you have about this entire business model and if it works and the whole venture. That's what woke me the fuck up. So maybe that's what you need to do. But it's kind of insulting here that he's like, oh, struggling to run a scam is similar to struggling when you're working really hard, doing hard work at your job, and you're just having one of those bad days. You know what I mean? It's not the same.
Your life. This is a very, very simple business. We're not asking you to take up arms. We're not asking you to go do the impossible. We're asking you to believe in yourself, number one, and to believe in the power of now, and that there literally are tens, if not hundreds of millions of Americans.
This is very much, guys, as we are here to make your life better. We are here for you. You should be working on making your life better. And I am somebody that very strongly believes in personal development. And that's kind of how these MLMs sucked me in. Right? It was like, I also really personally believe in that. And all of them kind of have this, we're here to help you with your self-development. And for you to be the best person that you can be so that you can help the world. You know, like that whole thing. And let me tell you, I'm still about self-development as I speak out about multi-level marketing companies. You can do self-development and not be in an MLM or have anything to do with any of these coaching things. You can completely work on yourself every single day and try to be better than you were the day before. You can reach out to therapists if you so need a little hand. You know, there's a million things that you can do in your life that will help you with personal development way better than joining one of these. Way better. Even if you're in an area where you have to pay for therapy, that's still far more worth doing than ever paying for any of these personal development courses that someone like him would offer you, or a membership here like NELO Life is offering you. And I guarantee you that all this stuff on their live streaming, you can find for free on YouTube. Maybe you're the type of person in like motivational speeches are what does it for you. There's a whole bunch of people out there that you can listen to giving those types of speeches. You don't have to pay a cent for it. You don't have to join a NELO Life to get access to those sorts of things. I promise there's ways to do it for free all over the place. I bet you here on YouTube, I bet you there's millions of videos of motivational speeches in every topic you could possibly think of. All you'd have to do is type it in the search bar. I bet you a bunch of them pop up that have nothing to do with multi-level marketing. So I hate it. I hate that kind of thing because it gives people this like false delusion that they have to pay into a membership or be a part of some kind of like MLM club to be able to work on themselves. No, you don't. You'll get further actually if you're not. Because then you actually are just doing it to work on you and yourself. And there's nothing selfish about working on yourself. You can't help the people around you if you're not working on yourself.
Americans who are going to say yes to this, because what we're going to do is we're going to build a culture and a community that's so absolutely strong that despite the no-brainer value of $59 per month, they're going to stay in it the rest of their lives because this is the most positive piece to their everyday life.
So it's more about the community. Okay? If this is a business venture, it should be more about sales of products. And NELO Life so far has been all about recruiting and forming a community. Right?
And people are asking me specifically all the time, how are you guys doing this stuff so fast? How is this? Well, because the dream's been in my heart and the hearts of others for decades. The good Lord bless me and all your corporate owners with a lot of successes, both in and out of the industry.
So God is in on this with you. My God is busy. I mean, God's coming down and telling Ash Mufareh to start on passive. He's coming down telling Eli Regalado to start index coin. Now he's coming over here and telling Eric Allen how to run NELO Life. God's apparently busy out here.
So we're able to pour our money and put our money where our mouth and our hearts are at to build a platform that we together, the people from all over the world, can build an unstoppable movement
I know what a lot of you are thinking. You're thinking, who the fuck is this guy? And why would I want to get advice from him? I know. I get it. Who are any of these people, right? And that's what you should be thinking. Okay? That's what you should be thinking. Who are you? Why are you the one that's going to fix my life?
Where the outsiders look in and say, how are they doing it? And the insiders know because we do it with love, compassion, through trust, transparency, and radical transformation that we can all be proud of. So
you can keep saying that, but you have to actually show those transparency if you say you're about transparency. And so far, not so good, Eric. Not so good. I can't believe a guy who winks after every statement. He is really narky. He's one of those people that are like, I should be running a cult and giving everyone life advice because I am that special. Everyone should look up to me. I am so wonderful. It's all right, Jelly. Work's more important.
But right now, your only marching orders is think of the best human beings you know, your ride or dies, the people who you want to go on the beaches of the world.
You sign up one of your ride or dies to this, and they're riding the fuck away. All right? They're no longer your ride or die.
With the people you want to uplift and bless others with, and they can't go more than 2 wide. They're going to go 2, they're going to go 4, they're going to go 8, and they're going to fall in where they fall in. So it's just a transference of your energy.
So again, it sounds very similar. They're going to fall in where they fall in. I don't understand, because if you send someone an affiliate link or you sign them up as your downline, are they not falling in underneath you? You should already know where they're going, shouldn't you? Usually when you're in an MLM and you're making your downline, you know where to put people. Hell, most of the time you can move them around if you want. So I don't understand. I'm having a hard time. Is it running like on passive, where it's like they just go wherever is most necessary for you to keep people inside the scam? It's like in an order of what order they signed up to it. I don't understand that.
Your belief, and the ones that need to see everything in order to believe it, they're going to join later. The ones that trust you and your vision enough to make a $79 decision can get in first, the place where everybody says they want to be. But when that time comes,
I don't care how much you trust somebody. I really don't. All right. It could be your mom. It could be your child. It could be your spouse. If they say to you, I need you to pay me $59 so that you can have a membership to this lifestyle thing, I'm going to need you to ask them some questions. Okay? Like, don't just be like, oh, you're somebody I trust, so I'm going to sign up. Even if they've never done you wrong before in anything. You should still be like, well, what am I paying for? You know, like, have questions. Don't just sign up for things just because you trust somebody. You know? Really look into what it is that you're joining. Because, again, in this day and age, with how many cults are fucking out here, honestly, in many cases, you're joining a cult. And the person that you love has somehow joined a cult. One of the problems with joining a cult is most people don't understand that they're in a cult when they're in a cult. No one wakes up and says, do you know what I want to do today? I want to join a cult. And then seeks out a cult to go join. Unless you're me and you're trying to infiltrate it to figure things out from behind the scenes, okay? No one does this. You don't join a cult. You joined something because someone you trusted told you to join it. Or you joined something because something about it appeals to you. Maybe it is the community. Or maybe it is an MLM commercial call and it's a product that you just really like. But no matter what it is, you're not going in there thinking, I'm joining a cult right now. This will be great fun. It's not until ages later people need to wake up from the cult. And it's after ages of slow manipulation. Things happen slowly. I mean, just look at it on Passive, for example, and how they kind of invite someone in and then they love bomb them when they join, right? If you're a new person, you tend to get love bombed in the webinars all the time. And then slowly they train you to not ask certain questions. Okay? And the people that are in it, they don't realize. They don't realize that these things are happening in that way. Until all of a sudden one day they wake up, they realize they haven't gotten paid in 6 months, even though it was promised to them. And then they start asking themselves why they haven't been questioning things more. Some of them never wake up. So please, don't just trust people, no matter who they are, when they tell you to join on to something. Find out information about it. Make sure that you can make an informed, educated decision. Okay, and one of the worst things about MLMs is that they often tell you not to do this. They'll say things like, don't Google us, don't look up our background, don't listen to anyone else talking about us unless it comes from within. And that should be a red flag. You know? There's a reason.
You gotta be willing to, that knock comes, you gotta be willing to open the door. All right. That's all I got. I love you. God bless every single one of you. And we are going to change the game in so many levels. And we are going to leave a massive dent for good in the universe. We are NELO. Have a great evening, morning, afternoon. We'll get the recording out. God bless. See you soon.
We are NELO. He does God bless. And he says, I love you. I love you. God bless you. Just give me $59 a month so that I love you. Blech. Hate it. Hate it. But I thought that that was a decent little look into kind of who he is as a person. And in case you have more questions about who any of these people are as a person, Behind MLM, as always, has got us. Instead of donating to me today, kindly go over to behindmlm.com and maybe just throw them a few bucks. Because we need some honest journalism out here in the world. And this is one of the very few places that I am proud to say actually does honest, good research and journalism on what they cover. And luckily for us, they've been kind of following NELO Life before it was NELO Life. So, let's get right into this. On April 13th of 2024, they posted an article entitled, Finmore Collapses, NELO Life Complete Distraction Blamed. So, Richard Smith is a longtime scammer. He is allegedly the one who had made Transact Card, and then that turned to Finmore. And they're saying that Richard Smith's Transact Card to Finmore grift has collapsed. In an email sent out hours ago, frontman Peter Rancy announced the complete and immediate shutdown of Transact Card and Finmore. Well, Rancy, who's this gentleman right here, doesn't blame newly launched NELO Life for Transact Cards and Finmore's mistakes. He does state that its launch is the reason Transact Card and Finmore were unable to achieve their respective missions. Rancy attributes previous Transact Card and Finmore blunders, which given Richard Smith's history should have and were obvious, to federal and state regulatory issues beyond our control. Rancy also cites the incessant noise that surrounds the direct sales industry, which as it pertains to Transact Card and Finmore largely revolved around said federal and state regulatory issues. And here they show this this image where it's him announcing the collapse, which was announced on April 12th of this year. And it says, announcing the complete and immediate shutdown of Transact Card and Finmore, including all operations, websites, social media sites, emails, customer service, and correspondence channels. We have all been frustrated by delays in delivery of the marketplace and the repeated need to replace contracted banks and card issuers. Something we're also familiar with over here. Because of federal and state regulatory issues beyond our control. I'm pretty sure that you guys had control of it as the owners of the, but whatever. And the incessant noise that surrounds the direct sales industry. Like the anti-MLM community, because you've had a couple people that have been on your tail. Just saying, before we ever came along. But now, the ability of Transact Card and Finmore to achieve their respective missions have been eroded irreconcilably by the launch of a competitive operation. How dare they? Behind MLM covered Transact Card and Finmore exhaustively, beginning with our June 2023 Transact Card review. Bottom line, I'm not 100% on Transact Card committing securities fraud, but I'm smelling smoke. And that smoke is thick, given Smith's past brushes with securities fraud. Again, this guy has a long line of scams. Smith, who has a criminal securities fraud conviction, solicited $495 payments from thousands of digital branch office affiliates. The solicitation was based on numerous misrepresentations, including at one point the involvement of Donald Trump, Barack Obama, the RNC, DNC, and even LeBron James. And here he is, where he's doing a Transact Card Meet the Founders. And it says that he's claiming Donald Trump, Barack Obama, RNC, DNC, and LeBron James are all on board with Transact Card. Following due diligence into Smith, Transact Card's planned U.S. banking services were terminated in September 2023. The SEC was busy in 2023. This marked the end of the business. However, solicitation of $495 DBOs continued on promises of new banking channels. Transact Card and Finmore named Bangor Bank as a replacement towards the end of 2023. However, this was promptly denied by the bank. And it would have been denied by the bank due to the fact that Richard Smith already has a history of SEC fraud, basically. Very similar to what's going on with Ash Mufareh and his issues with merchants and banks, right? And Joe says, don't forget the King of England. Probably did say Prince Charles was on it. Probably, or King Charles. Sorry, Jesus Christ. I'm never not going to be able to call him Prince Charles. It's just a thing. Trustworthy people make dumb decisions too. Very true. And the problem, one of the biggest problems with our world is that the people that want to help people are sometimes the people that get preyed on the most because they're also the most trusting people. And it tends to go hand in hand. People that want to help and people that are trusting of people. And if you are both those types of people at the same time, it's very easy to fall into something like this that promises to give you a chance to help so many people at the same time. How dare you, Queen? I know, I'm awful. I'm awful. So, they were denied by the bank, so it's very similar to on passive. And then it says the deception continued through the announcement of Finmore, a reboot in the name only. So they basically just rebranded Transact Card as Finmore. Sorry, my little one just came home. It's going to be a little loud here for a moment.
Yeah.
So, again, they just basically rebranded it. And he apparently, Richard here, still owned the parent company, which went by TZT Holdings LLC. So apparently, as happens often, Behind MLM received criticism for covering Transact Card and Finmore. And allegedly, Randy Schroeder, who's another MLM veteran, had a meltdown over the reporting of their scam in September 2023. And there he is, I guess. During his meltdown, he has Behind MLM drawn up on the board there anyway. It says, characterizing Behind MLM as a dog chasing a train. Schroeder falsely claimed Behind MLM had been paid to report on Transact Card and Finmore. Schroeder was very public in spreading misinformation with respect to Behind MLM's reporting. To the best of my knowledge, he has never publicly acknowledged this or taken responsibility. Instead, as Transact Card and Finmore collapsed around him, he went on a delete the evidence spree and began promoting NELO Light. Yes, NELO Light. He just moved on. So it says here, from the perspective of Finmore and Transact Card Corporate, here's Peter Rancy on NELO Light. The ability of Transact Card and Finmore to achieve their respective missions have been eroded irreconcilably by the launch of a competitive operation. As a result of this last factor, most digital communications channels have been polluted with a social media civil war that is still escalating. We are at war! Rather than investigate or accuse, they're really starting to sound like Ash Mufara, aren't they? Rather than investigate or accuse any individual or group of individuals who may have founded or migrated to this new competitor with cross-recruiting or breaches of non-disclosure agreements. Oh, they made them sign NDAs, huh? Another red flag that I tell you to look out for. Don't like seeing that. Or other possible contract violations. Both Transact Card and Finmore will cease all operations immediately. So I guess they admit their defeat. Instead of getting on with the work of Transact Card for most of 2024, the change over to Finmore has taken precedence. This migration was requested by the Field Leadership Council, not initiated by corporate. The new competitive entity was swiftly created by and promoted by a number of the same leaders who had advocated moving to Finmore. It was launched even before Finmore had the chance to release its store and commissionable products. In hindsight, the last months of activity have been a complete distraction on all fronts. It's time to end the social media civil unrest and the ensuing mayhem. It's mayhem! The social impact and commercial objectives of Transact Card and Finmore cannot be fulfilled in this environment. Sounds like Ash announcing Ash Max is going to get shut down. Note, the new competitive entity has never been part of Transact Card / Finmore. Of course, there are multiple potential or actual conflicts of interest embedded in these happenings. The crossover activities of certain field leaders, the crossover of legal counsel, and the crossover of the technology team, to name a few. While all of these items are subject to further consideration by outside legal counsel, no accusation is made herein. So then it says NELO Life emerged as an attempt to cash grab what was left of Transit Card and Finmore's promoters last month. The Finmore leaders, Rancy, cited as creating Finmore, are Nick Sorensen, Eric Allen, and Larry Lane. And in walks our three main characters of the day. Then it says Orkin Arat is the fourth NELO Life co-founder, which honestly, I thought that made sense that the O came from him. As soon as I saw his name on there, I was like, maybe that's the O? I don't know. So again, whoever runs this, it was hidden from everyone. Rancy mentioning the crossover of the technology team suggests Arrett may have also been involved in Transit Card and Finmore. He is their technology dude, right? So analysis of NELO Life's compensation plan saw Behind MLM raise concerns it was a pyramid scheme. As more about NELO Life's business model came to light, we later expressed securities fraud concerns. This prompted a response from Eric Allen on March 31st. While Allen stated he actually agrees with the vast majority of Behind MLM's research, what we'd published about NELO Life was completely untrue. So what he wanted is he wanted to be able to say, they're right about Finmore and they're right about Transact Card. They're just incorrect about us, right? Hello, Mr. Level. Nice to see you. I hope you're having a great day. I mean, that's how I take this anyway, you know? So now it shows right here this exclusive event, a presentation and conversation with Eric Allen, pre-launch into launch, and that was for October 23rd, 7 p.m. It shows Transact Card, see? And it says, this echoed criticism Behind MLM had previously received over our Transact Card and Finmore reporting. Following Transit Card and Finmore's collapse, Peter Rancy states there will be no further correspondence from either entity. Richard Smith cashed out and rode off into the sunset last year. As it stands, we don't know how much Smith misappropriated from consumers via deceptive marketing and misrepresentations. What we do know is at least 48,000 credit cards were filed with Transact Card and Finmore at $25 and $495 a pop. Imagine paying $495 and then finding out someone else paid $25. How fucking pissed you'd be. This likely resulted in a windfall running well into the millions. And they say that pending any further updates, they'll keep us posted. And they did. So on March 20th, they published this article that states, NELO Life Review, Finmore promoters launch pyramid scheme. And it says, despite actively marketing for signups, NELO Life fails to provide ownership or executive information on its website. At time of publication, NELO Life's website displays a global pre-launch countdown timer. And this is what it looked like. Excuse me. This is what it looked like right here. So when you went to the website, that's all you saw. It didn't tell you what it was. It didn't tell you who ran it. Didn't tell you anything other than it was NELO Life and it was in a global pre-launch due to happen in that many days, hours, minutes, and seconds. It says 41 days from today puts NELO Life's launch on or around April 29th of 2024. That is 10 days from today. They have still not launched as of today. When readers first began contacting me about NELO Life a few days ago, former Transact Card and Finmore promoter Scott Cuffis was cited as the owner of the company. And that's him here. I suppose this made sense at the time, seeing as Cuffis is pretty much the face of NELO Life promotion. A reader got in touch yesterday to advise that NELO Life was in fact owned by Nick Sorensen, Eric Allen, and Larry Lane. Supposedly, their initials is what makes up the company name NELO Life. I'm not sure if there's a fourth O initial owner or whether the O is just to round off Nell. This was before they, updated us on what it meant with their video. In any event, while this fits, I haven't seen any concrete evidence of NELO Life company ownership. NELO Life's first major red flag is company owners hiding from consumers. And then it says, update 20th of March. While I was putting this review together, this was posted to NELO Life's official Twitter account. So it says that they were doing a VIP introduction on March 21st, and it shows their co-founders, Nick Sorensen, Eric Allen, Larry Lane. Then it says, in the absence of anyone else emerging as the owners of NELO Life, it's worth noting Nick Sorensen is a former Transact Card Finmore promoter. So here he is right here promoting Transact Card in a webinar. They say Eric Allen is a former Transact Card Finmore promoter. They show what we've seen. And it also says that Larry Lane is a former Transact Card and Finmore promoter. And that's him holding the Transact Card Visa. It says Transact Card was an effective reboot of Richard Smith's collapsed R Network scheme. After Transact Card predictably collapsed last month, Finmore was unveiled as a hastily put together reboot. Finmore, while still around, predictably collapsed even faster than Transact Card did. As per a YouTube video put out by Troy Dooley yesterday, he says, they started to flounder very early on. They weren't able to deliver. They hyped up the opportunity. It got really weird, to be quite honest. Why did they fire the compliance team that actually knew what was going on? That tells me because they didn't want to go by the regulations and laws. And the compliance team was trying to force them to, so they didn't like that. Why did they get rid of the second compliance team? Same thing. Why did they get rid of some of their executives that actually knew the network marketing business? So it was just chaos. It was just on and on to where it brings us now to the present where executives have left. And then this weekend, I was given the privilege of being on some private Zooms, and I was sent private videos of people saying, we're done, we're leaving. Considering Finmore only launched about a month and a half ago, one would have to assume NELO Life's pre-launch is equally as hasty. NELO Life's website domain, which is nelolife.com, I know, very original, it was privately registered on March 5th, again of 2024, which is about a month after Finmore was revealed. As always, if an MLM company is not openly upfront about who is running or owns it, think long and hard about joining and or handing over any money. NELO Life's products. NELO Life has no retailable products or services. Affiliates are only able to promote NELO Life affiliate membership itself. And on March 23rd, it was updated to say that NELO Life has added retail by way of $59 a month access to a discount travel platform and $20 a month for access to wholesale supplements. Right? And they also have some merch now. NELO Life's compensation plan is that affiliates pay $55 a month. Commissions are paid when they recruit others who do the same. Bundled with NELO Life affiliate membership is access to an educational video library and discount travel platform. They do make recruitment commissions, which is supposed to be illegal, but they make $25 per affiliate recruited. And they also have this unified recruitment bonus, which also is illegal. And it says if a NELO Life affiliate recruits 2 affiliates who each also recruit 2 affiliates, they are classified as unified. If a NELO Life affiliate recruits 2 of the people who qualify as unified within 30 days of joining, a $75 bonus is paid out. It says for their residual commissions that NELO Life pays residual commissions via a 2x16 matrix. A 2x16 matrix places a NELO Life affiliate at the top of a matrix with 2 positions directly below them. Level 2 is generated by splitting the first 2 positions into another 2 positions. And then so on and so on and so on. Because levels 3 to 16 of the matrix are generated the same, with each new level housing twice as many positions as the previous level. Residual commissions are paid as $1 to $1.50 a month per NELO Life affiliate directly or indirectly recruited into the matrix. There's also allegedly something called a matching bonus, right? Hi, Taylor. Good to see you. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Not only that, it's been moving at breakneck speed for a couple of years now. On passive, yeah. They move totally fast. So the unified compensation structure is what this basically is about. So you get a matching bonus via this uni-level compensation structure. And it places an affiliate at the top with every personally recruited affiliate directly under them in the first level. If any level 1 affiliate recruit new affiliates, they're placed on level 2 of the original affiliates team. If those 2 recruit new affiliates, they go on to level 3, so on and so on. NELO Life caps the matching bonus at 4 uni-level team levels. So 1 more than what's shown here. In other words, the matching bonus is paid as a percentage of earnings across these 4 levels as follows. Level 1, your personally recruited affiliates, you get a 20% match. which means that you match whatever they make, you get 20% of. Level 2 to 4, you get 10% match. In order to be a distributor with them, the actual membership is $79 because you have to pay the $20 for the affiliate link, plus you have to buy the membership yourself, right? For the $59. The other part that they fail to mention here is that you're also on top of that supposed to donate $20 to a charity and show them that within 30 days of joining. So technically it's $99, but $79 goes to NELO Life, right? And $20 can go to a charity of your choice. So it says, NELO Life conclusion. NELO Life is a rather obvious attempt to pillage what's left of Transact Card Finmore for short-term gain. There's not much to NELO Life, with no retail offering. Under FTC guidelines, it's a straight-up pyramid scheme, especially since they do say that you get paid for recruiting. It's very illegal, right? So they show this why NELO, why now? And it says, affordable services billions use every day. Proven leadership worldwide to grow. NELO 24 time zones. 24 hours a day working for you. Unified business incentive philosophy. Supporting all digital and fiat currency options for all. Experienced leadership. Field-centered communication. Incredible worldwide timing to take immediate action. Common sense scalable business for only $55 a month. Pathway to profitability is simple to follow in any country. Right? And it says there is nothing to NELO Life's MLM opportunity other than paying $55 a month to qualify to earn on recruiting others who pay the same. So they admit again that you get paid to recruit other people who then pay, right? Even with a retail offering, NELO Life has until the end of the month to unofficially respond to this review and make changes. These tends to be pseudo-compliance with respect to subscription offerings. What it comes down to is whether the majority of subscription holders are also participating in the business opportunity. Right now, they absolutely are, because 100% of NELO Life signups are affiliates. If a retail offering was added after publication of this review, this is unlikely to change due to paying $59 a month for an educational video library and discount travel platform making no sense. Masterclass, which NELO Life compares itself to in official marketing, charges $15 a month for full access. Discount travel rates are so abundant across the internet, it's not even worth getting into. That's what I mean. There's so many other places you could get that from one time, as a one-time purchase, where you only have to pay a little bit extra while you're like booking your trip for them to do all the same stuff for you, you know? So it just makes no sense to me why this would be needed, right? As it stands, there's a push to recruit as many people who lost money into Transact Card Finmore into NELO Life. After that relatively small pool of U.S. residents has been exploited, the plan is then to offset those losses by exploiting third world countries. Pretty gross. We don't like that. Behind MLM says, I'll let Scott Cuffis explain, as quoted from a recent NELO Life marketing webinar. When I first saw this and heard about this, I thought, hallelujah, because I personally was building a business here in the United States. And like most people, they're building most of their businesses here in the US. I didn't have a way to make money worldwide. And I was looking like I need to leverage my worldwide contacts. I love to travel, I just got back from Thailand and Dubai. Why did you go to Dubai, Scott? I'm just wondering, did you have some money in launder, or what were you doing there? And here's what I learned, and I want you to learn this if you weren't aware. As I traveled to Thailand recently in Dubai and had a chance to talk with leaders from many companies in other sort of industries and in other lands, I realized really quickly that I was thinking so small. Right? You gotta dream big, right? Because as I started talking to some of these leaders, they're like, man, have you heard of this company? It's $500 million. I'm like, no. Have you heard of this company? $800 million. No. This company just did $1.4 billion in the last 18 months. I'm like, what? This company is at $1.2 billion in the last 36 months. Companies I've never heard of all over the planet. They're like, yeah, they're not in America. They're not even operating there. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Yeah, the legal system, just the challenges of the government. It's just not worth their time. So they just go all over the planet because you have 1 billion people in India. They have 1 billion people in Indonesia. They have 1 billion people in China. 500 million people in Europe. 500 million people in Africa, and all these places. So the world market, the 8 billion people, they're all looking for opportunity. America has about 300 million people, but there's probably about 30 to 50 million people looking for something every day to enhance their lives. But the global planet, boy, we can all tap into that. That's what we're all looking for. That Scott Cuffis sees NELO Life as a vehicle to evade U.S. regulatory compliance should set off alarm bells. As with all MLM pyramid schemes, once affiliate recruitment dries up, so too will commissions. This will see those at the bottom of NELO Life's pyramid scheme stop paying $59 a month. When this happens, those who recruited them also stop getting paid. Unless new suckers are found from third world countries, if Cuffis is to be believed, eventually they too stop paying $59 a month. By the way, same thing will happen in On Passive. Once enough NELO Life affiliates stop paying $59 a month, an irreversible collapse is triggered. Then we have this other ad that says, what to know and do next. Take action. Commit to taking massive immediate action. Tell your enroller you're definitely in. Prepare yourself for unified qualification. Get a minimum of 10 people interested, 2, 4, and 8. Expect tens of thousands to activate worldwide, so get educated via FAQs, PPTs, and videos ASAP. Says NELO Life is hoping to defraud 10,000s of consumers over the following weeks. You've seen this play out twice now with Transact Card and Finmore. The only people who make money in pyramid schemes are those like Scott Cuffis, Nick Sorensen, Eric Allen, and Larry Lane, who benefit from the lion's share of recruiting. Math guarantees the majority of participants in pyramid schemes like NELO Life lose money. And if you feel bad about losing money yourself or recruiting others into Transact Card or Finmore, only for them to lose money, imagine pushing that situation onto unsuspecting NELO Life recruits. See NELO Life for what it is and do better. And then there's just this little update as well from March 23rd. As discussed as a possibility above, NELO Life has added a retail offering to its MLM opportunity. Retail access to the discount travel booking platform and video library is $59 a month. Access to wholesale supplement pricing is $20 a month. Costs associated with NELO Life's passive returns trading investment opportunity have not been disclosed. NELO Life affiliates can purchase both memberships, but are charged $79 to participate in the MLM opportunity. Then there was one more article I'd like to quickly go over with you. Alb says, you have 1.5 billion people in India, but all of them together aren't even spending half of what the US is spending, with 1/4 of the people. So each American is spending like 8 to 10 times India. So this one was from March 23rd, and it's called NELO Life Adds Securities Fraud Trading to MLM Op. NELO Life has held a marketing webinar. Retail has been addressed, but the company has also revealed securities and commodities fraud. Before we get into that, as suspected, the O in NELO is the name of the 4th co-founder. For reasons that aren't clear, NELO Life is hiding the name of its 4th co-founder from consumers. On the cited webinar held on Thursday evening, Eric Allen referred to NELO Life's 4th co-founder as the Big O and Tech Unicorn. Is it a tech unicorn company like on Passive is? Oh, yay! All kinds of unicorns around here now. Gotta love it. A Behind MLM reader claims NELO Life's 4th co-founder is Orkan Arat. I wasn't able to personally verify. We are now, on April 19th, able to verify that allegedly that is the case, but they are now claiming that NELO has a different meaning, as we spoke about. The retail side of NELO Life comes in at $59 a month. This provides access to NELO Life's travel booking platform and streaming shop. I believe across to the nutritional supplements is an additional $20 a month. Speaking of which, NELO Life has 10 white labeled nutritional supplements. It says here, a reader wrote in to advise NELO Life supplements are white labeled from Life Converted. This led me down a rabbit hole, which might explain why Orkan Arat is not publicly named as NELO Life's 4th co-founder. Next, we get to NELO Life's trading platform. This isn't offered to U.S. residents, which is an automatic red flag. We'll get into why later. NELO Life's trading platform is marketed as investment trading. They say, our goal is to be a preeminent asset manager on the international stage, asset preservation and capital growth. NELO Life pitches passive returns based on proprietary algorithmic technology and trader oversights. In place of legally required audited financial reports filed with regulators, NELO Life offers up marketing that cites a 57.8% ROI for 2024. No source for this data is provided. Under U.S. law, NELO Life's trading opportunity clearly constitutes an investment contract under the Howey test. NELO Life affiliates are pooling funds under the control of a trading bot on the expectation of passive returns. The identification of an investment contract constitutes a securities offering and requires NELO Life to register with the SEC. If the bot is trading Forex or commodities, including cryptocurrency, NELO Life also needs to register with the CFTC. Remember that with on passive as well. NELO Life's attempt to circumvent U.S. law by only defrauding consumers outside of the U.S. is moot, as NELO Life and its co-founders are all based in the U.S. As per the Securities and Exchange Act, it is illegal to sell unregistered securities. It doesn't matter who U.S. residents are selling unregistered securities to. The act itself is illegal. With respect to NELO Life's affiliates under the Securities and Exchange Act, it is also illegal to promote unregistered securities. This makes promotion of NELO's life trading platform by any U.S. resident a violation. Violating the Securities and Exchange Act constitutes securities fraud. Commodities fraud takes place by way of NELO Life again not being registered with the CFTC. To simplify things, the U.S. MLM company and its U.S. residents, promoters committing securities fraud and commodities fraud against non-U.S. residents is still fraud. That's right. If you're living in the U.S. and you're promoting either NELO Life or on passive, doesn't matter who you promote it to, still fraud, still have to follow the SEC. Furthermore, NELO Life promoters should ask themselves why NELO Life is excluding U.S. residents, like they show for the NELO Life trade, right? A passive returns trading bot isn't illegal per se under U.S. securities and commodities law. All a company has to do is register with the SEC and CFTC and file periodic audited financial reports. This is crucial as it allows both regulators and consumers to verify the company is doing what it claims to be, generating passive returns via trading in this instance. The only reason a US-based MLM company representing it is engaged in legitimate trading would fail to register with the SEC and CFTC is if it isn't doing what it claims to be. This is, again, a major red flag with NELO Life that should not be ignored. I won't get into the VPN nonsense that usually accompanies this type of US excluded wink wink pseudo compliance, as NELO Life hasn't begun active enrollment into its trading platform yet. At the moment, NELO Life is focusing on recruitment, namely scooping up as many disenfranchised Transact Card and Finmore promoters as they can, all of whom are U.S. residents. With respect to pyramid scheme concerns, this now occurs if the majority of $59 a month and $20 a month subscribers are also affiliate promoters. Historically, MLM discount travel companies have struggled to generate significant retail sales revenue. So whenever you hear them say that the travel industry is a great industry for them to get into, it's not. The MLM travel companies have all been struggling, so I don't know why they keep making them, you know? Just think, the pay a fee for access to discounted supplements is a copy and paste of Live Good, which has failed to retain a retail market in any country it has spread to. So based on this, Behind MLM's initial pyramid scheme concerns about NELO Life remain. And based on all of this information, I have to say that I have a lot of similar worries with NELO Life as I have with On Passive in terms of unregistered securities, making their own cryptos, and etc. So I think I'll be keeping my eye on this one. Alp says, I remember The good old days where no one in the US cared if you ripped off and exploited people in other countries, especially developing countries. You remember the good old days, huh? I don't know how good they were. Old days, yes. Yes. I just want to take a minute to talk about this, to kind of sum this up. NELO Life uses deception and coercive influence with cult-like features to recruit members. I'm sure many of you would agree with me based on what we've gone through today. They were not transparent about the business's co-founders, and many distributors took teams from other MLMs to be downlines. So the reason why they're able to, in these Facebook groups, announce that they have these large teams and that people are leveling up on these teams is because many of them had already built teams with Transit Card and Finmore. And they just brought those teams over to NELO Life. That then gives NELO Life a false sense of success, right? So to outsiders, it maybe looks like everyone, like there's hundreds and hundreds of people that are really excited to join NELO Life because it's just so great. But really, they were just following their upline from other companies. I know that a lot of people think that getting a head start in this way is actually good for them, but it ends up actually not being good for business when all the people are actually MLM people, right? NELO Life is not being transparent about the success of the MLM business model. Like I just mentioned, especially when it comes to the MLM travel agency, right? Like, come on. According to research by the FTC, a whopping 99% of recruited sellers lose money in an MLM venture. That means just 1% actually turn a profit. And we already have proof that Scotty B. Greatness is very much aware of this fact. An article on MagnifyMoney.com reporting a survey involving 1,049 multi-level marketing scheme participants from a variety of MLMs found that most people were making less than 70 cents an hour before deducting business costs. And 60% of participants said that they made less than $500 in the past 5 years. I know sometimes you guys say to me, Queen, people have been in on Passive for 6 years and none of them are getting paid. What the hell? You wouldn't believe how many groups in MLMs don't mind sitting there and being in MLMs when they're not making a cent. It's kind of what they do. And that's why, even if they don't get paid what they should, they kind of just continue on. It's the other culty things that keep them there. Direct selling depends on social interaction and the development of relationships. Recruitment of new distributors is even more dependent on the perception of friendship, caring, and other socially positive images. About all the community stuff, right? People are emotionally manipulated into believing the co-founders and other MLM members truly care about them. Social aspects of recruitment often involve large seminars or other types of scripted events. Successful distributors, there are a very small minority, present the inspiring rags to riches stories. In many cases, these rag to riches stories are very much fake it till you make it stories, and they're not true. Person's still in rags, okay? The other end of that is stating all other MLM ventures are unsuccessful. But this one is the one that will truly change lives. Like these guys in there, we just came out of 2 scams back to back, but now we're running NELO Life. So you should trust us. This is a good one. This can manipulate people who want to help others, find community, or who are dealing with financial stress. The main groups of people that MLMs prey on. Pressure to stay in the MLM group also comes from within. Social media plays a large part in the selling and recruiting process. Distributors spend a great deal of time, effort, and money to establish their presence on social media sites. Many of these cults are calling for people to spend hours upon hours listening to webinars discussing their future success. The social media community is a source of support. These people become their whole support network in many cases. Giving that up can be frightening. People have also often recruited close friends and family into the organization and suffer a great deal of shame and guilt when it falls apart, especially if they're taking people from Transact Card and then that falls through and Finmore falls through and now here they are in NELO Life, you know? It's like I can't tell them this one's a scam too. We just went through 2 scams together. It's hard. There is a legitimate fear of retaliation from the organization itself. These groups often form an echo chamber that includes a lot of toxic positivity, which further manipulates members. So if you have questions, they say you're being negative. It's let's just be happy all the time. Let's just talk about how great everything is and forget about all the negativity. The recruitment and retention tactics of MLMs are prime examples of undue influence. They rely on false representations, appeals to emotion, and very limited disclosure of the reality of multi-level marketing. And oftentimes information about the company or who's running it, right? Informed consent should be the driving force behind development and enforcement of regulations. Only then can free decisions be made. I often tell you guys you have to be able to make an educated, informed decision about something that you're joining like this. So if you ask a question and they won't answer it, red flag. NELO Life's MLM is mainly based on these manipulative recruiting tactics. Technically, it hasn't even officially launched yet, but its members are expected to attend hours of webinars to learn how to become successful. It is apparent if these behaviors continue here that this MLM is going to be very cult-like and is one that we need to continuously keep an eye on going forward. Let me know if you guys think that, you guys want to continue covering this one with me. I do have a couple things that I think that we should react to about NELO Life in the future. Let me know if you want to know more about Scotty B. Greatness, for example. Because Scotty B. Greatness is very interesting to me. And let me know if you guys want to react to a few more of their videos. I have one of their recent webinars. I believe it's from, when's it from? Just over a week ago now. Yeah, about over a week ago now. They did a webinar where it was all of the co-founders together. And so I thought it would be fun if maybe one day a week going further, if we could keep doing this. Maybe Fridays could be NELO Life Day, or let me know what day works best for all of you guys. Because I have a feeling that this is going to be very, very, very similar to On Passive. Again, they are supposed to launch 10 days from now. All right. The end of this month, they're supposed to be launching. I want to see if they actually launch at the end of this month. Or again, will they actually be like On Passive, where the launch will go on and on? You know, like we got to know these things. I think we want to know. Violet says it's actually really, really sad that human beings feel compelled to come up with these scams, which they know full well will screw many people. And it is. And it's not. See, this is the problem with the whole MLM industry just existing. Because in most cases, the people that come up with these sorts of things are people that went in many MLMs, failed out of a whole bunch of them, realized that the only way that they would be successful is if they made their own or were the first one to join, if someone they knew made their own, right? So they're like, oh, I'm going to make one. And then they end up scamming a bunch of people so that they can get rich quick. And it's like this never-ending cycle. And this is why I think that MLM should be illegal, like pyramid schemes, and why I think that maybe we need a lot more regulation on online businesses and all that kind of stuff going forward. At least a lot more to protect consumers, because that's one of the main things that we want to do, right? You want me to keep an eye out for it? All right, I can do that. I do think we need to keep a close eye on them because it's looking really culty over there. It's cool if you were to cover it. I watch a lot of Julie Anderson, so I'm only depending on you for Scam Passive, but you're my queen. Yes, I believe that's the other person that has been covering this extremely, extremely closely, probably since its inception. Highly, highly recommend. And yeah, I guess going forward, we'll just kind of have to see if the launch happens. I definitely want to see if it happens at the end here of the month like they claimed it would, or if it gets pushed off, or what happens with that. So we'll probably cover it at least a few more times going forward. And I hope that will be fun for everyone. And I think next week we'll be reacting to one of the webinars they did where they were all on there, all of the co-founders. So it'll be a good way to kind of get to know who all these people are, how they act, how they sell this whole opportunity to the world. And it is Friday, so happy Friday, everybody. I am going to be relaxing this weekend, but on Monday, we are going to be getting back to covering On Passive. And I'm probably going to be talking about Marty and Chris again. So you will not want to miss that. I hope all of you have a fabulous, fabulous, fabulous weekend. No matter where you are or what you're doing, go off and have an amazing weekend, would you? And then come back and celebrate MLM Monday with me. That's all I've got for you all today. I hope you enjoyed that live deep dive. And yeah, we'll try to do more of these going forward too. Maybe once a week or once every couple weeks we can deep dive another scam that I find. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, I love you all. God bless all of you. And I'll see you all very, very soon on Monday. Mwah. Bye!
They call me a god. 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 Let's go. I'm about to go off like a weapon. Fuel to the top, got a filled up engine.
In my thoughts, obsession, I will not stop, no, I'm never second guessing. I got a God complex, haters love to hate, but I never feel pressed. Got a lot on my plate, but I never get stressed. I'll take all the pressure like I'm acing this test. Tear it up like I'm Jason. I see the world like it's ready for the taking. I see this place like a game I'm playing. Straight to the bank to collect my payments. No negotiations, it's my way, I was born impatient. And like a damn Freemason, I'll run this nation.
They call me a god.